Caps are up here in Santiville, New Brunswick to face the Northwest Pioneers, based out of Edmundston. Starting off here, Baxter, Russell, Mitchell, Derling, and Tucker. Pioneers get the puck deep, and on Ryan Culligan in net. Cully makes the save and freezes it. The defensive zone face-off for the Caps. Face off one forward by Liam Mitchell to the line and out. Pioneers regroup and dump it in. Tucker on the puck with Mitchell. Mitchell comes around the net, gets it up to Russell, but that's cut out by the Pioneers. Derling plays it up the boards to Baxter. He's regrouping. He comes outside behind the net, gets it over the blue line, pokes it past the defenseman. It's a 2-on-1 shot by Baxter, high and wide, comes right back out front. Mitchell got a chance there. Pioneers get it into the cap zone. Thinks back to retrieve with Derling. Derling comes out with the puck. He's hooked. He gets it up to the wing, and that gets poked out of play. We got McLean, Morton, Heffernan, Binkson, O'Donnell out for this defensive zone face-off. Comes back to the line. That's deflected towards the net, but picked up behind the net by O'Donnell. He's tripped up, but no call. Puck goes to the corner. That's behind the net. O'Donnell will go after that one. He gets it up to Morton. Morton gets it to the middle to McLean. McLean tried to go cross ice, but that's deflected, and he gets it in deep near the goal. Pioneers try and get the puck out. Blocked by Heffernan and McLean. Goes behind the net. Heffernan picks it up, finds... That was Heffernan, found Blake McLean behind the net, who worked it out front to Max Morton. So 1-0 Caps on a nice passing play deep in the Pioneer zone. I don't have the scoreboard up for this, but I'll try and make sure everyone's aware of the score. So 1-0 Caps, 13-14 of the first period. We'll have Hart Johnson, Dylan Johnson, Parker Munn, Dylan Toole, and Jack LaBelle out for the Caps. Pioneers work it towards the front of the net. That's knocked away by Jack LaBelle. He knocks it to the side, and it comes out past the Pioneers defenseman. Caps will regroup in their zone. Toole comes out with the puck. He works it to Johnson. Johnson works it back in. They go D to D. LaBelle tries the other wing. He's got Munn. Munn works it to the middle to Dylan Johnson. Dylan works through the middle. Picked up by Parker Munn. Parker Munn goes around, gets it to Hart Johnson in behind the net. That's picked up by the Pioneers. They're going to try and get that out on the other side. Dylan went over to get it. Gets by him and to the line. Jack LaBelle keeps it in. Partial line change here for the Caps. Jack Baxter's on the ice. LaBelle tried to work it over to Russell. Russell picks up the loose puck. So we have Russell, Mitchell, and Baxter on the ice with Derling and Tucker joining the play. Tucker picks up the puck and works it deep in behind the Pioneers' goal. I'm not sure what the call was. I guess offside? Well, face off just outside the Pioneers' blue line. Tied up in a scrum. That comes out to Jack Baxter. Baxter works it over to Russell. Russell gets it to deep to Baxter. That's going to come out to the line to Derling. Derling has a shot on. That was deflected by Mitchell and off the goalie's stick and out. Puck comes back to Tucker. Tucker puts it on net. That's a nice low shot. There's a rebound there. Mitchell picks up the rebound and brings it back to Tucker again. Tucker fires it again. That's wide. Comes out the other side. Mitchell tries to keep it in, but it's off the Pioneers. Russell's going to break back in. He's going to regroup. Gets it to Derling. Derling to Baxter, and that was behind him a little bit. He works it up to Tucker, who moved up. He gets it across to Russell, who gets it into Ian Mitchell, who had a nice quick shot. Couldn't get it through the 5-hole. So 11:04 left in the first period, 1-0 Caps. We'll have Morton, McLean, and Heffernan come on with Binks and O'Donnell for an offensive zone face-off. McLean in for the face-off. He ties it up, and Bryce Heffernan's fighting for the puck. He gets it deep to McLean. McLean comes around the net. He's knocked over. Bryce is going to pick up that puck, work it back to Matthew O'Donnell at the point. He gives it back to Heffernan. Heffernan's looking for an option. He spins again, and works it through. He tried to get it across ice, but it was deflected by the Pioneers. Comes back to O'Donnell with a shot from the point. That's deflected in front, but that's going to come out. Nice stick work there by Matthew O'Donnell to knock down that pass, but the Pioneers do get it in. O'Donnell back to retrieve. He's going to come around the net, work it up the boards, and he gets it to Bryce Heffernan. Heffernan's got, and I don't know, it's another offside call, but Didn't look like it was offside from here. So the Caps will go for a line change here. Dylan Johnson in for the face-off. Hart and Parker join him. And Dylan Jewell and Jack LaBelle are on the back end. Face-off one forward into the Pioneers zone. Picked up by the Pioneers. Work back to the point and pass Dylan Jewell, so icing will be waved off. LaBelle back to retrieve. He works it up to Parker. Parker gets it over to Hart Johnson. Hart tries to move to the inside and gets it over to Dylan. Puck's in the zone, but not deep. Let's work pass out of the zone, and Pioneers turn it back over. And our pass was a little bit too far for Dylan to receive. So we'll come back for a defensive zone face-off here on the icing. Dylan Johnson in for the face-off. 9:38 left in the first period. Face-off picked up by Parker Munn. Goes to Jack LaBelle. He plays it off the glass. Parker plays it in the middle of the ice. Pioneers try to play it back to their D, but he stumbled, so the puck will be deep in the Pioneer zone. Got a partial line change here. Russell picks up the puck. He's going around his man, looking out front for an option. He tries to play it back, but that's iced by the Pioneers. The offensive zone face-off here for the Caps. Mitchell, Baxter, and Russell on with Tucker and Gurley. Mitchell in for the face-off. Tied up. Picked up by Baxter. He throws it towards the net. That's covered by the Pioneers goalie. Mitchell in for the face-off. Push forward and the Pioneers pick up. It goes back to Tucker. Tucker keeps it in. Baxter knocks it deep. Mitchell in pursuit. That comes out towards the line. Russell brings it out and regroups to Tucker. Tucker's going to put it back in. Mitchell's going to be hard on that puck. Mitchell and Russell cut him off. Russell slipped on the puck and the Pioneers come out of the zone. Mitchell regroups. That's intercepted by Pioneers. Work towards the Caps net. That's a high shot off the block, off Cully's blocker. Keeps it out. Mitchell picks up the loose puck and gets it up to Russell. Russell brings it into the zone. He knocks over his man. Just fighting hard for the puck. That comes out to the line and past Bates. So icing will be waved off. O'Donnell back to retrieve. He works it up to Morton. He works it to Russell. Russell gets it deep. McLean's on the forecheck, and the Pioneers goalie will freeze that puck. So we've got McLean, Morton, and Heffernan in for the offensive zone face-off with Binks and O'Donnell. McLean in for the face-off. It's one back by the Pioneers. They'll try and work that out. That's off the boards. Played back in by O'Donnell to Heffernan, and Heffernan to McLean. McLean gets it over to Heffernan. Heffernan shoots and scores. So that's Bryce Heffernan from Blake McLean. Second goal for that line at 7:58 of the first period. That same line will stay out. McLean, Morton, and Heffernan, Binks, and O'Donnell. Face off one forward by the Pioneers. Shot into the Pioneer zone by Max Morton. They come up the other side. Shoot it towards the net. deep into the corner. Morton and O'Donnell are there to fight for the puck. I can't see what's going on, but O'Donnell comes out with the puck and plays it behind the net to Binks. Binks, his puck stolen from Binks, goes in behind the net, fighting for the puck. You can't see where the puck is. The Pioneers player comes out front. Well, he couldn't get hold of the puck. It's going to come back to the line, blocked by Bryce Heffernan. Max Morton comes out with the puck after the block. He plays it over to Heffernan. Heffernan puts it in the net. That was off the back crossbar and in quite quickly. So that makes it 3-0 Caps. 7:05 in the first period. That's Bryce Heffernan's second goal. So that's Heffernan from Morton. We'll have Dylan Johnson, Hart Johnson, and Parker Munn come out with Dylan Toole and Jack LaBelle. Face off one. Hart gets it into the deep offensive zone. Caps couldn't keep the puck in. Dylan Toole's back to retrieve. He goes around the net, works it over to Jack LaBelle. It's in his feet. He's working it up the boards to Parker Munn. Parker Munn comes out with it to Hart Johnson. Hart gets it deep. Fighting with his man. Munn's going to pick up the puck. Try for a shot, but it was knocked away from him. In the corner here. Hard to tell what's going on. Puck's frozen. They're going to blow the whistle. I guess something funny happened over there. I don't know. Someone's laughing. I don't know. The puck must get tied up somewhere. So, offensive zone face-off here for the Caps. Dylan Johnson in for the face-off. Johnson wins the face-off back to Toole. Toole plays it deep. That takes a funny bounce out in front of the net. Back to Toole. That shot on net. Nice shot. Good try. Puck's in feet. Dylan's knocked down behind the net. Hart knocks over his guy. Hart's trying to work the puck out in front. It's underneath him. They're trying to play it out. Parker's in there to pull the puck out. He works it back to Dylan Toole. Traffic in front. That was tipped by Hart Johnson. Dylan was there for the rebound but couldn't cash it in. That's played off a linesman and into the Cap zone. Dylan Toole up to Hart Johnson, up to Dylan Johnson, and they'll go for a line change. We'll have Mitchell, Russell, and Baxter, Gerling, and Tucker come on. Gerling has the puck. He's looking for an option here. He plays it to Baxter, but it was a little bit behind him. Tucker picks up the puck. Pioneers are going to pick up that loose puck. Fired around wide of the net, comes back to the line and back in by the Pioneers. Tucker's fighting for the puck. He wins the puck to Mitchell. Mitchell passes it back to him, and that's going to be out to Jack Baxter, who works it across to Easton Russell. We got a 3-on-2 here developing. Tried to get the pass through, but it was into someone's skates, and the Pioneers will work the puck out to the line, and they'll try and get this puck deep. It's poke check by Tucker. Up to Baxter, who finds Russell. Russell finds Mitchell in the middle, and he shoots high. Had a second chance on the rebound. Russell comes out with the rebound. He's looking for options here. He takes a shot. That's off the pad and wide. Mitchell's going to go for a change. That's past Gerling and out. Tucker will go back and retrieve. McLean's on the ice. Tucker comes around the net. He's looking for Baxter on the near side. Baxter plays it back to Tucker. Tucker plays it to Gerling. Gerling plays it up to McLean. McLean's looking for Heffernan. Heffernan plays the puck into the corner. He tries to get it out front. Can't get it out front, but he's staying with the puck. Baxter's going to pick up the puck. He's looking out front for options. Plays to O'Donnell at the line. O'Donnell puts it on net. It's off a Pioneers defenseman. McLean plays it back to Binks. Binks takes a shot, and that's right on the net. covered by the Pioneers. So we have McLean, Heffernan, and Morton out with Binks and O'Donnell. 3:45 left in the first period. McLean in for the face-off. Face-off 1-2 Morton to Binks. Binks has a shot. That's off the pad. Nearly tipped by Heffernan. Pioneers are going to break out. Tried to work it past O'Donnell, but O'Donnell prevented that opportunity. That's going to be played into the cap zone. O'Donnell's dragged down, but he gets the puck out. Pioneers play it back in. O'Donnell picks up a rolling puck back to Binks. Binks tries to set up. He reverses it nicely to O'Donnell. O'Donnell's going to work it up to Heffernan. Heffernan to McLean, but couldn't connect on that pass. Pioneers are going to work the puck back in. It's a shot around the other side. It's going to come out to the other wing. Played in behind the net. O'Donnell plays it to Binks behind the net. He's going to pick it up and turn. He's going to try the other side. That gets out. That couldn't connect on the pass to Heffernan. Pioneers try and work it back in, but Matthew O'Donnell stops that play. And Max Morton plays it deep. Caps are on a change here. Toole and LaBelle join it. And that shot on net, gloved easily by Ryan Culligan in net. So we've got Parker Munn, Dylan Johnson, and Hart Johnson out on the offensive unit. Defensive zone face-off here. That's picked up off the face-off by Parker Munn. He works it into the middle to Hart Johnson. Hart comes in. He makes a move and gets the puck towards Parker Munn. And that was sitting in the blue paint. Jack LaBelle keeps it wide or in first time, but Pioneers get it out the second time. Caps have to tag up because it's a delayed offside. They're having trouble getting synchronized here, and Pioneers are going to work that puck out. Pioneers come in, play it off the backboards, and it comes back into the corner to Munn, who chips it out to Johnson. Johnson couldn't catch up to that puck, but here's a break for Hart Johnson. He's going to have a shot on net, and that's gloved by the Pioneers goalie. It'll be an offensive zone face-off here with a line change. 2:06 left in the first period, 3-0 Caps. We got Mitchell, Russell, and Baxter, Tucker, and Derling in for the face-off here. Mitchell will take the face-off. Face-off won by the Pioneers. They played in behind the net, try and work it up the boards. They get it up through the middle. Good back check here by Liam Mitchell. He falls down. Puck comes out through the middle. That's out of the zone, so the Pioneers will have to tag up. Derling's in the corner to play that. He plays it up to Russell. It's lively boards. Boys are having a hard time adjusting, I think, to the boards here. It's coming off pretty sharply. Tucker tries to play it up the boards. That's to Baxter. He played it right through the middle, and the Pioneers cut that play off. That puck comes out and back to the Pioneers, and they lose the puck right in front of us. I can't tell what's going on. Russell comes out with the puck. He shoots. Rebound was sitting there, but Liam had a whack at it, but couldn't get solid wood on it. That's out to the line and past Derling. Baxter's there to pick up the puck. Tucker's going to push it into the zone. Goes far side. Baxter's in on the forecheck. Puck in skates. And Mitchell and Russell are over there fighting for it. That gets out and past Derling towards the Caps net. Cully's going to come out and play that to the side. Caps are going for a partial change here. Pioneers come out. They shoot the puck and it goes high and around the boards, but not out. Baxter, McLean, and Derling are in there fighting for the puck. Shot towards the net and steered aside by McLean. Tucker fanned on that a little bit, but he's going to get the puck out to Russell. Russell's going to get the puck out. He's going to shoot it deep off the back of Jack Baxter, and Blake McLean's going to go in on the forecheck. And that's the end of the period. After the first period, it's 3-0 Caps. Caps will start this period with McLean, Heffernan, and Morton, Hinks, and O'Donnell. McLean in for the face-off. One back by the Pioneers, and they'll try and play that into the Cap zone. O'Donnell plays it up to Morton, but that's over his stick. Wide there by the Pioneers, comes out to O'Donnell, up to Morton. Morton tries to get it to Heffernan. He pushes it forward. Morton's going to shoot it deep. That comes right out in front of the net, but played by the Pioneers. They're going to work that puck up through the middle. It's a 2-on-1 coming back the other way. Shot on net. Saved by Culligan. We'll have Dylan Johnson, Hart Johnson, and Parker Munn come out for defensive zone face-off with Toole and LaBelle. Face-off won by Johnson into the corner. He plays it to Toole. Toole plays it over to LaBelle. LaBelle up to Munn. Munn looks for Hart Johnson through the middle. He picks up the puck. He cuts to the middle, shoots. I missed it, but I think it went off the post. Back to LaBelle, he's going to have a shot, and that's right into the belly of the Pioneers goalie. Dylan Johnson in for the face-off. It's one back to LaBelle at the point. He moves to the middle, looks for a shot. That's knocked down by the Pioneers in front. Hart into the corner to get that puck. Parker Munn's going to put pressure on the far side. Pioneers are going to work it through the middle. Jack LaBelle's there to pick up that pass and work it back through the middle to Dylan Johnson. Dylan Johnson cuts to the middle. Couldn't get a shot off. And the Pioneers are going to work back. They're going to have a shot that's up off Kelly's blocker, deflected high and into the netting. Out of play and whistle ding. We'll have Mitchell, Russell, and Baxter, Tucker, and Gerling out for the defensive zone face-off. Face-off won by Mitchell, back to Tucker. Tucker plays it up to Baxter. Baxter tried to get through the middle, but that comes to the Pioneers line. Off the back end and off the boards. One-time chance for the Pioneers, but the Caps come back the other way. Baxter works through the middle and had a backhanded chance there. Nearly got it by the Pioneers' glove. Caps play the puck to the line. Derling with a shot, but tipped wide. Again to Derling at the line. He fanned on it a little bit and just worked it towards the corner. Baxter played it to Mitchell. Mitchell fighting for the puck. Pioneers fan on the puck and they'll get it to the line, but Tucker keeps it in. Tucker works it in behind the net to Russell. That's going to come out to the line, and that's a nice play by Jack Tucker there, knocking that puck away on a one-on-one. Pressure break. Jack Baxter's going to pick up this puck. He's 1-on-2, fires it towards the net. That's high and wide. Partial change here for the Caps. That's off Cully's blocker and behind the net. Played out in front. Slap shot gloved by Ryan Kelsey. So we'll finish this line change here. We'll have Blake McLean and Max Morton join Bryce Heffernan on the ice. Binks and O'Donnell come on as the defensive unit. Blake McLean in for the face-off. That's one back by the Pioneers, but picked up by Max Morton. He works it over to Bryce Heffernan down the right wing. He loses the puck. Max Morton steals the puck from the Pioneers. Fight for the puck. It came out in front, but the Pioneers will work the puck back this way. That's a shot on net, steered aside by Culligan. Puck's in Binks' feet. He's calling for help. Matt McLean's in there. That was sitting dangerously, but the Caps were able to avoid disaster there. Matthew O'Donnell tried to play it. Had to play it out in front. Boys are having trouble connecting on passes here in this defensive zone. Kelly's going to glove that and slow things down. Pioneers had a couple of chances there with Caps turning over the puck in their own zone. So the score's 3-0 Caps. 11:06 left in the second period. We've got Dylan Johnson, Craig Johnson, and Parker Munn out with Dylan Toole and Jack LaBelle. Puck's on the far boards. That comes out in front. Knocked away by LaBelle to Munn, who gets it to Dylan Johnson, who goes up the right wing. He's looking for... He took a sharp angle shot there. So it'll be an offensive zone face-off here. Dylan Johnson in for the face-off. It's pushed back by the Pioneers into their own zone. Caps on the forecheck, work through the middle. That's going to be a 2-on-1 coming back the other way for the Pioneers. They take a shot, miss the net. They had an open net, but the angle wasn't there to put it in. Played back to the line and out by the Pioneers. Let's play to Dylan Toole. He's going to regroup and get that puck out. He plays it into the feet to Hart. Hart picks up that puck. He's going to look for a shot. That's a loose puck. Hart had a nice low shot there. Shot by the goalie. Rebound was sitting there, and the boys had a couple of whacks at it, but couldn't capitalize. So 10-12 left in the second period. We'll have Mitchell, Baxter, and Russell, Derling, and Tucker come out for the offensive zone faceoff. Let's push forward by Mitchell. Let's come to the line, to Tucker. Two tips there, one by Mitchell, one by Russell, but it went wide of the net. Russell plays the puck in front. It's in there. Mitchell had the shot on net, but Easton Russell banged home the rebound. So that's Russell from Mitchell to make it 4-0 Caps. Mitchell, Russell, and Baxter stay out. Baxter picks up this face off and works it into the zone. He has a shot towards the net that goes off the goalie's pad. Tucker's in on a pinch, around to the other side. Gurley's going to try and keep it in on that side. Comes out, Russell regroups, gets it to Baxter. Baxter's going to shoot it deep. Liam Mitchell's in, hard on the forecheck. Russell plays it in front to Baxter, and Baxter shoots it off the Pioneers trapper. That's kept deep. Baxter with another chance in the slot, but his stick is lifted, and Pioneers will work the puck out. Mitchell, or Tucker with a nice defensive play there. Mitchell takes a whack to the head. Burling tries to play it out. He gets it to Russell. Russell moves it to Mitchell, who wanted to get off, so he's going for a change. That's sent deep by the Pioneers. Tucker's in a fight for the puck deep. Pioneers come out with the puck. They're looking in front. They work it to the point. The D fans on the puck, and Tucker gets it up to Baxter, who gets it over to Heffernan. Heffernan passes it beautifully across to Jack Baxter, who puts it into the net. Beautiful pass there by Bryce Heffernan, cross crease to a wide open net for Jack Baxter. That makes it 5-0 Caps. Heck of a game so far for Bryce Heffernan. He's got 2 goals and 2 assists. McLean, Heffernan, and Morton will come on. Binks and O'Donnell. That's knocked into the Pioneers zone. Heffernan can't quite get it out. That's shot on Culligan. He freezes the puck easy, and boys aren't too happy with the Pioneers slowing their goalie. They give him a shove and let him know. McLean, Heffernan, Morton, Binks, and O'Donnell stay out for the defensive zone face-off. That's won back by McLean. Binks around the net. He looks for Morton. It's off Morton's stick and out of the zone. That's picked off by McLean. Heffernan's going to work that puck in. He gets it across to Morton. Morton with a backhand shot high of the net. That's sitting in behind the net, picked up by McLean. He's going to bring it around front, but that's deflected high and wide. Heffernan tries to keep that puck in, but couldn't. That's played to the Caps. Binks plays it nicely out of the zone. Picked up by McLean. And that's another offside call that seemed to be going on home team way. We'll have Johnson, Munn, and Johnson come on with Lavelle and Toole. Face off one back by the Pioneers. Toole's going to jump up and try and keep that deep, but the Pioneers come out with the puck. That shot deflected and off the post. Munn's going to beat his man. It's a 2-on-1. He's got Hart Johnson on the far side. Munn works it across, and a nice finish by Hart Johnson. The boys are doing well passing, working that off far side pass. That makes it 6-0. So that goal is Hart Johnson from Parker Munn to make it 6-0 with 7 minutes and 20 seconds left in the second period. The Pioneers are going to call a timeout and try and regroup here. We'll see how the Caps respond. Past 2 games, the Caps have gone up big, and the teams have called a timeout and they've worked their way back into the game. The Caps have got to keep the pressure on. on Johnson and Johnson out for the face-off with LaBelle and Tool. That's pushed deep by the Pioneers. They play it into the corner and pull it out, try and get it out in front. That's deflected in behind the net and pushed out front by the Pioneers, but no one there for them to pick it up. Dylan Johnson's going to get the puck deep. Hard in on the forecheck here. He ties up his man. Puck comes out to the other corner. Pioneers are going to try and work it out. They play that high and out. Tools back there to recover the puck. He's going to go around the net. He fell down. Caps recover. Can't tell what's going on. Comes to the line here. And that's directed to the corner by Cully with his blocker. Tools going to fight for that puck. He knocks over his man, and the Pioneers fans are looking for a penalty call there, but that's not going to happen. Baxter, he's hauled down from behind, and they're going to call that, and the Pioneer fans are going to go wild over there probably, looking for penalty calls. But boys are just fighting for the puck in there. Bigger guys are going to knock over smaller guys, and they're not going to call it. So the Caps will go to the power play here. 6:11 left in the second period. Score is 6-0 Caps. So we'll have Mitchell, Baxter, and Russell, Sterling, and Tucker out for the face-off here. That was sitting in front of the Pioneers goalie, and the Pioneers defenseman cleared the puck down the ice. Sterling picks up the puck, plays it up to Mitchell. Mitchell gets it to Baxter, who's in on a break. He shoots, and that's stopped by the Pioneers goalie. Caps will look to set up the power play here. It's down on the far boards, and that comes out and down the ice by the Pioneers. Cully's going to play it to the corner to Derling. Derling plays it back to Tucker. Tucker's going to work the puck out. Tucker works it into the zone to Russell, who drops it off to Mitchell, and the boys will set up the power play here. Play it in behind the net. That comes back to the line to Derling. He pins it against the boards and keeps it in. Mitchell's going to walk out, finds Russell, who got it to Baxter, but not quite where he wanted it. That's knocked down. I'm pretty sure that's Derling to Baxter to Easton Russell. I think Derling took the shot. Baxter knocked it down, and it was sitting in the blue paint for Easton Russell to capitalize on. So that's power play goal for the Caps, makes it 7-0 with 5 minutes left in the second period. We're playing in for the face-off, Heffernan and Morton on his sides. Morton comes up with the puck. He's getting hounded. He curls and keeps it in, works it deep. McLean's going to go after that puck behind the net with Heffernan. McLean comes out. He works it back to Binks at the point, who works it back in deep to Heffernan, who gets it in the corner. He tried to work it out in front. Pioneers work it up the boards and try to bring it around the other side. Binks is going to keep that puck in at the line. It's pinned up against the boards. Binks comes out with the puck. He's going to have a shot on net. That's steered aside by the blocker of the Pioneers, and Max Morton had a chance for a rebound there. Cap will go for a line change here. A partial line change here. LaBelle and Tool come out. McLean in for the face-off. That's one back by McLean to the line. That's on Tool's backhand. It was a tough play, so the puck does come out. Pioneers come in with 3 guys. Tool keeps them wide. That's a shot. Misses the net, comes out the other side. That's tipped in front. It's tipped aside by Tool. Puck comes to the line. Behind the net now for the Pioneers. LaBelle fighting with his man back there. McLean's there to help out. LaBelle comes out with the puck and jams it into the corner for Tool to pick up. Jewell picks it up to Heffernan. Heffernan plays it through the middle nicely to Blake McLean. Blake McLean's in on a one-on-one. He's pulled down. He's down on the ground and he reacts a little bit there, but doesn't get called. Pioneers come out with the puck. Hart with a nice back check here. We've got a line change here. Munn, Johnson and Johnson are out here. Munn comes back to get the puck. I'm not sure why they called that offside. Caps had possession of the puck and played it back in their zone. Johnson, Munn picks up the puck. He's going to work it deep. Johnson's going to go in on the forecheck. Parker's in on the forecheck. Caps collide back there. Munn's got the puck. He works it through the legs of the Caps defenseman. That gets past Jack Tucker at the line, but he works hard to recover. Pioneers come up with the puck and get it into the Cap zone. They're allowed to walk out in front. Gerling goes to the corner to retrieve. He works it up to Johnson. Johnson work the puck in. Dylan Johnson goes around the net looking for options out front. Plays it back to the line to Tucker. Tucker plays it into the corner. Finds Johnson. Russell's on the ice. Baxter's going to come on the ice. Russell plays it to Baxter out in front. He had a quick shot, but that went wide. Tucker plays it around to the near side. Liam Mitchell's on the ice now. He picks up the puck behind the net. He comes around for a wraparound attempt. O'Donnell's on the ice. He pinches and keeps that deep. Ref's asking for the puck to be moved. It's pinned up against the boards. That's O'Donnell and Russell fighting for the puck. Russell comes out with the puck into the middle. He's up top. He's looking for a pass. Nice low shot there by Easton Russell. That's tipped in by Liam Mitchell. So assist goes to Easton Russell. Goal goes to Liam Mitchell. I think that makes it 8-0. Only 7 up on the board here. I can't remember anymore. That's 1:37 left in the second period. We'll have Mitchell, Russell, and Baxter out with Binks and O'Donnell.
If you had one shot or one opportunity.
That's tied up by Mitchell. Play back to Baxter, but that'll be icing. Right at the line is poked deep by Graham Binks to get it out of his own. We'll have McLean, Morton, and Heffernan come on to join Binks and O'Donnell here. Defensive zone face-off, 1:27 left in the second period. So Caps got kicked out on that face-off, I guess. Pioneers win the face-off back to their point. Binks back to retrieve. He's fighting with his man. Comes out in front. It's in Binks' feet. He works it out to Morton. Morton works it to Heffernan. Heffernan pushes the puck forward. He's looking for Morton in front. Morton has the puck. He's going to have a shot on net. O'Donnell comes in on a pinch and takes a shot that goes high. Binks pinches, keeps his pressure on. O'Donnell regroups. He's got a man on. His stick's wrapped up in him and they're not going to call anything. O'Donnell works it in behind the net. Binks works it out to O'Donnell, who works it to Morton, who gets it to McLean. McLean works it deep, tried to connect with Heffernan. Pioneers goalie covers the puck. 34 seconds left in the second period. Johnson and mine, LaBelle and Toole out for the face-off. It's won by the Pioneers, but Munn picks up the puck and he shoots the puck low off the Pioneers pad. That comes back to LaBelle. LaBelle shoots it towards the net, but that's knocked down by the Pioneers. Comes to the line to Toole, and that was tipped on net by Hart. He was hacked in the belly with a stick, but no call by the referee. 17 seconds left in the second period. Dylan Johnson in for the face-off. Pushed back by the Pioneers. They'll set up and break out. That's tipped by the Pioneers. It should be icing. The icing was called off because the referee said that they tipped it, but they tipped it behind the red line, so it should have still been called. That's the end of the second period. We'll go for a flood and be back in about 15 minutes. Caps and the referees are back out on the ice, still waiting for the Pioneers. It's 7-0 up on the board, but I think it's 8-0. All right, Caps will start the period with Mitchell, Baxter, and Russell, Derling, and Tucker. 8-0 Caps. Start of the third period. Baxter gets puck deep. Liam Mitchell in on the forecheck. He knocks it towards Baxter. Pioneers play it out. Puck's in some skates there. Puck comes back to Derling. Derling tried to lead pass to Baxter. That'll go for icing. Face-off will come back into the Caps zone. Mitchell in for the face-off. Mitchell ties his man up. Pioneers played it back to the line, but there was no one there for it. Pioneers goalie comes out for the puck. Baxter's on the forecheck there. Pioneers play the puck out. Tucker's on his man. Mitchell picks up the puck, plays it to Derling. Derling plays it to Mitchell. Mitchell tries to get it out. That's to Russell at the line. He was looking for Baxter. So that'll go for icing again on the Caps. We'll have McLean, Morton, Heffernan, Dinkson, O'Donnell out for the Caps. Defensive zone face-off here. 14 minutes left in the third period. Shot towards the net. Dinks knocks it away from his man up to Heffernan. Heffernan's got the puck. He's going to beat his guy. He's edged into the boards. Pioneers play it over onto the near side here. That's cut off by Morton, and Pioneers play it back out. Puck comes out. Goes on the far side. Pioneers come in. It's a shot on net. That goes around the net to O'Donnell. O'Donnell feeds it up to Heffernan. Heffernan chips it past his guy. Going for a change here. That's deflected wide. Comes all the way around, but not out. It's over to Heffernan. Heffernan tries it over to Hart in the middle. Hart fends off his man, goes into the boards. Tool and LaBelle are out on the back end. Tool plays that up to Munn. Munn's got the puck and he gets it deep, but he's hauled down. That's on net. Pioneers goalie will freeze that. 12:42 left in the third period, 8-0 Caps. Face-off controlled by Dylan Johnson. He tries to work it in behind the net, but that's cut off by the Pioneers. Pioneers try to work it through the middle. Hart's there to knock away the puck. Pioneers try and get it up past Hart again, but he's got his stick up on that. Dylan knocks it to Parker Munn. Parker Munn makes a couple of moves in towards the net. He's going to work it back to the line to Tool. That's a rolling puck. He works it to Munn, but that was rolling, and he had a hard time controlling it. Baxter's going to wind up and take a hard shot off the pad. He's in battling for the puck back down there. Russell joins him, and Mitchell joins him. So it's Mitchell, Russell, and Baxter, Tool, and LaBelle. Boys do good work keeping that puck in. Nice pass there by Easton Russell to find Jack Baxter in the slot. That's Russell to Baxter. That makes it 9-0. 11:45 left in the third period. Mitchell, Baxter, and Russell out with Tucker and Derlin. Baxter plays that out of the zone. He picks up the puck. He's going to work in. Finds Russell on the right wing. Russell drags it, but that's picked up by Pioneers. They're going to play it in one-on-one. And a glove save by Ryan Culligan. Had him going the other way, and Culligan threw out the trapper to make the save. Keep it 9-0. 11:20 left in the third period. Mitchell, Russell, and Baxter, Derling, and Tucker. Russell controls the puck. Got Baxter ahead of him. He's going to work in through the middle and have a shot on that. That's deflected. Worked out by the Pioneers to Tucker. He pokes at that a couple of times and boys get the puck out. Baxter's going to retrieve and circle around, gain some speed. He's got Russell in behind him. He's going to try and go towards the net, but the Pioneers defenseman closed him off. Pioneers work it out. Ray keeps him to the outside. Tucker spins and is going to work this out to Russell. Russell tried to work it in the middle to McLean, but the Pioneers brought it back in offside. We'll have McLean, Morton, and Heffernan, Binks, and O'Donnell out for the neutral zone face-off. 10:30 left in the third period. McLean loses that face-off to the Pioneers. Pioneers dump it in deep. Binks is after it. He's got a man on. He plays it up the boards. McLean's on the puck. Heffernan's fighting for it over there too. Pioneers come out with the puck. Binks intercepts that and he's going to play it out. Binks tries to go wide. He leaves it for Morton. Morton's going to go around the net. Morton comes around the net looking for options here. He finds McLean in front and he one-times it right into the Pioneers. Pioneers are going to play it past Binks and out of the zone. O'Donnell to retrieve. He makes a nice spin move. Moves it over to Hart coming in through the middle. He's going to break through. He tries to find Heffernan on the far side. Heffernan takes a shot off the side of the net, and the Pioneers will have a chance to work that out. That's knocked away from the Pioneers. at the line. Someone got knocked over. Tool is going to play that off the referee. So that's going to stay in the zone. LaBelle back to retrieve. LaBelle's got a man on him. He spins, and he's going to try the other side. LaBelle rims it. And that's chipped out by Johnson onto the stick of Parker Munn. Parker Munn's got some speed. He drops it off for Dylan Johnson, who had a shot on net, but couldn't get it on target. Tool steps up and fires that back in off the Pioneers defenseman. Pioneers go D to D, try the far side. That's kept in by LaBelle. Munn is on that man. The Pioneers break out with a 2-on-1. They work it over. That's stopped by Culligan. Puck was sitting there in the crease, and Cully found it and covered it up to keep the Pioneers off the board. We got 8:27 left in the third period. 9-0 Caps. We'll have Mitchell, Russell, Baxter, Derling, and Tucker out for the defensive zone face-off. Let's work towards the boards. Mitchie pokes that away from the Pioneers. Puck still up against the boards. Mitchie gets it out. It's a slap shot towards Cully. Cully freezes it momentarily and works it out to Ray Derling. Derling fans on the puck. And that's kept deep, but Mitchell's there to pick up the puck. He skates around a couple of Pioneers and has a burst of speed here coming in. And we got another offside call that wasn't offside, but that's what we're dealing with today. We have Mitchell, Baxter, Russell, Tucker, and Derling out. Mitchell in for the face-off. One back by the Pioneers, off the boards. That's going to be picked up by Mitchell. Mitchell works it to Tucker. That's under his stick and up against the boards. Puck's behind the Caps net. Comes out to Jack Baxter. He gets it up to Easton Russell, who's one-on-one with his man, and that's knocked away from him. Russell slows things down and works it to Baxter. Baxter worked it right out in front, but no one there. Derling cuts off the puck, and Mitchell tried to work it deep, but that's intercepted by Pioneers. Mitchell finds a loose puck, shoots it towards the net. Rebound steered aside into the corner. Baxter knocks down his man and takes the puck. He's heading up ice. Got a partial line change here. Baxter goes to the net. And that's smothered by the Pioneers goalie. We got McLean, Morton, Heffernan, Dinks, and O'Donnell out here for an offensive zone face-off. That's pushed into the corner by the Pioneers. They're going to come around this side to try and get it out. Pioneers work it into the middle. Dinks is over there to try and cut that off. And that's shot to the side. McLean's going to regroup with it in the corner. It's stuck against the wall. Dinks comes out with it. He's moving it up against the boards. He knocks down his man and gets it to O'Donnell. He works it up through the middle to McLean. McLean tries to get it to Morton, but it's a little bit behind him. Dinks steps up and keeps that deep. Morton's going to pick up the loose puck. He's going to try McLean in the middle, but that's step back. Morton picks up the loose puck. He's looking for an option. He finds Heffernan, who tried to get it in the middle. Pioneers are going to come out with the puck. They play it up the boards. Dinks is there to cut it off. He's going to look to this side. Icing's waved off because they had a chance to play it. McLean's in there deep. McLean's on with Heffernan. He tried to get it out to Hart out front. O'Toole's going to take a clapper from the point, and goalie saw that all the way and covers it up. So we have Johnson and Munn out with Toole and LaBelle with 5:42 left in the third period. Face off won by the Pioneers, but Hart Johnson picks up the puck in the corner. He tries to work it back. Picked up by Munn. A little bit of a drag move there, but taken away by the Pioneers. That's chipped up against the boards by LaBelle. And chip back to LaBelle. He's going to set something up here. He gets it across D to Toole. Toole banks it off the boards. Picked up by Munn, played on the far side, and that's back to LaBelle. LaBelle turns, pivots, and finds Dylan Johnson. Dylan slows it down and plays it into the corner, and then plays it over to the far corner. Munn's going to circle around and get it to Hart Johnson in the middle. He's tied up a couple of times there. Couldn't get a shot off, and that's going to be iced by the Pioneers. We come back to the Pioneer zone for a Caps offensive zone face-off with Mitchell, Russell, and Baxter, Tucker, and Derling. So we got 4:49 left in the period, 9-0 Caps. Face-off tied up and shoved into the corner. Pioneers try and come out of the corner with it, but Russell comes out with it. He gets a shot on net. The puck was loose and not covered, so the boys were having a whack at it, but the whistle was blown. Mitchell will come in for another face-off here. That's tied up. Baxter picks up the puck, works it to the corner to Russell. Russell has it in the corner. It's taken away by the Pioneers, but Baxter's going to take that right back, and Derling's going to pick up a loose puck. He tries to chip it up the boards, but it bounces back in. It's a partial 2-on-1. A nice stick check there by Jack Tucker to knock that one away. It's going to go in behind the net. Derling's going to try and be there for it. Tucker's moving out front. We got Mitchell and Derling fighting for the puck. The Pioneer players on the ground. Well, there's another couple of players on the ground, and someone's getting knocked over. Russell's going to come out with the puck with Baxter. He works through the middle. He just took a stick to the face there, but maintains control in the corner. He kicks it out in front. And they're going to have offsetting penalties here. There's some wax and stuff going on behind the play, and got to call something. So it's 5-on-5 here. McLean, Morton, and Heffernan, Binks and O'Donnell. That's knocked down in front. Rice is going to try and get that one out and does. Pioneers are going to regroup. That's chipped in. O'Donnell back to retrieve. He works it up the far boards to Heffernan. He tries to get it out but couldn't. That's thrown in front. O'Donnell's going to go get that puck in the corner. He works it up to Morton, but they can't connect on that pass. We got Pioneers working the puck in. They work it back into the near corner here again. O'Donnell works it up to Morton. Morton chips it past his man to McLean. McLean tries to get it over to Heffernan. Bink steps up. He's going to bring that puck in. Couldn't keep it in. So we got more offsetting penalties here. The Pioneers throwed the goalie. I didn't teach him that. No offsetting penalties here. Dylan Johnson in for the face-off here with Hart and Parker Munn. Got a foot race here after it. O'Donnell keeps it in at the line. There's a slash from behind. No call. Tools back to retrieve. He's going to work it up the boards to Johnson. He leaves it for Johnson. Johnson tries to pick up the loose puck there. We got about 2 minutes left in the game. And this one won't be over soon enough, I think. O'Donnell back to retrieve. He gets it up to Munn. Munn's going to work it up the right side. Munn goes around the net. He had Johnson out in front, but took a shot from the side. Hart's going to go after this puck with his man. Dylan in on the forecheck. Jack LaBelle pinches and keeps the puck in. Minute 30 left in the period. Pioneers come out with the puck. That shot deep, deflected by the Caps. LaBelle plays it out in front of the net. And Parker Munn's going to pick up the puck. He plays it deep. Mitchell in on the forecheck. Baxter in there helping him out. Pioneers are going to try and play that puck up. And Heffernan pinches off his man and plays it over to Derling. Derling gets it up to Baxter. Mitchell's hard on that puck, causes a turnover. Derling fires puck in deep, and that's going to wrap around to the far side of the net. Heffernan's fighting for a puck. Puck comes out. Back to Derling. That's offside, but they didn't call that one. Caps are going to get the puck out. Mitchell pokes the puck away to Jack Baxter. Jack Baxter's in on a break, and he scores. Make it 10-0. So that assist goes to Liam Mitchell. So that's Baxter from Mitchell. We'll have Horton, McLean, Heffernan, O'Donnell, and Derling out for this face-off. Puck's won back into the Cap zone. Matthew O'Donnell back to retrieve. That's thrown towards the net. $18 seconds left in the third period. 10-0 Caps. Pioneers come out with the puck, shoot it towards the net. That's Bryce on the far side. He chips it out. Warren's going to get the puck up. Matthew O'Donnell streaking towards the net. Caps can't get possession of the puck, and that'll be the end of the game. So 10-0 final for the Caps. Thank you.
So you can still go out?
Yeah, I can if you want me to.
Sound like you did.
Yeah.